All right, we're live. This is Patreon, and it will go to the main feed sometime. But this is August the 13th, 2023. Best of the best. How the hell are you, Lost and Lean?
I am doing great. I've been staying busy. We've been busy on here with the Best of the Best podcast. I've been loving life and just staying really, really busy. Memphis Wrestling is blowing up. You know it.
Oh, unbelievable the numbers that we're receiving on our clips. I've got one at 100, and I think we're up to 160,000 on just one clip. So it's just crazy. So I don't know if this is just a rumor, so let me know if it's true, but I heard you was a heel now.
If you didn't know, you could always read the shirt. You can read the shirt, of course, for everyone who's listening to the podcast, not seeing, like on the Lane Dynasty, the exclusive Best of the Best tier podcast shirt. It says #heel on it.
That's right, and we've been talking about we may release this for the general public too, because especially with this run of you are internet champion, and we did not. I did not get spoiled. I did, and I'll tell you the things that I didn't expect during the match and everything when we start doing it. So that's what we're going to watch. We're going to watch your win today. Anything else? Anything that you want to? Well, let me make sure my mics are set before we go any further. I always forget to do that. Yeah, that's right. Just anything you want to add or talk about the best, because I'm going to start with y'all walking into the building and we'll start talking about that, and then the interview, and then the match. The whole process is right here. I edited it so that it was no commercial break in the middle. So if you're watching this on Memphis Wrestling YouTube or our YouTube channel, in the future, you can watch the video with us. It's not blanked out like it is when we do a WWE show. So you actually be able to watch it with us. Anything you want to add before we go to the scene of you guys walking into the building?
As far as adding, I will say that, like, as we, this was a big thing, and we wanted to make sure that it was a memorable moment, and we wanted to create a moment, not just, this one wasn't about having a 5 or 6 star match. This one was about creating a moment in a situation, like, as in the wrestling business, we say, these are the money angles. You want to create, this atmosphere, and you want this intrigue from the crowd. So it was more about, I had to talk to Bosby ahead of time and tell him, hey, this one's not about having the great match. This one is about beginning our story, which is not really the beginning. It's chapter 2 of our story between him and myself, this rivalry going wrong. But there's a big difference in it, as in, it's not this baby type thing. Now it's going to be completely different, because it's a heel Austin Lane versus a babyface Tim Bosby. And of course, at this time, Tim was not even a babyface. He was kind of more along the heel side, and our thing was, and Dustin, challenged me ahead of time, was, hey, let's flip them. Let's make them hate you as much as possible, but let's make Tim Bosby the biggest babyface we've got. And so you'll see it as we're going along in the atmosphere, man, it was loud.
Yeah. That crowd has got extremely standing room only, and then it's just got extremely loud. Let's go. Let me go ahead and start playing this. So what was the idea behind this, showing y'all walking up to the building kind of thing? That you wasn't really ready to wrestle kind of thing? Or what was it? What was behind this?
So our big deal is we needed to do something a little bit different. So it was one of those where the main event's over. You're thinking the show is over, but we wanted to make this kind of like a spur of the moment thing. And the whole point of it is the heels, the Lane Dynasty, we had the plan to call out Bosby, and to catch him off guard. And that was how we would be able to catch him off guard, is, go out. The show should be ending, and I even got on the live feed on Facebook or on YouTube while this was airing, and was even talking. I was writing in the chat and saying, I'm on my way. Don't go off air. I'm on my way. I even told him, I said, hit my music, as like I was in the background, and people ate it up.
Awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah. So y'all do the. And by the way, you can do. I said this, during rolling into Memphis, but I'm just going to say this right here on Patreon. Damn, Nikki. God dang, she looked good. She looked good that night. So that day, night, whenever it was, I was like, my God, come on now. She needs to wear that every time. Just to let her know that. So
I literally told her that. I said, you need to wear that dress more often. Well, this past TV taping, we were shooting our promos and our live video, the graphics for the graphics on the green screen, so we use on it. And I told her, I was like, bring that black dress. Like, that's what your graphic needs to be, is in the black dress. So she did.
It also gives you that heel. A lot of people don't get that, but I'm one of those old school guys where if you wear black, you're a heel. If you're wearing white, you're a babyface. Now, it's not like that a lot now. And, but just the idea that, and that's the way she came to, and this is not the babyface Nikki. This is the heel Nikki, because the babyface Nikki wouldn't wear anything like that. So it's real smart. I love stuff like that.
Yeah, we do these little small nuances that people can pick up on. That, I mean, you'd be amazed. And if you notice, so Bosby walks out, what color are his boots?
I didn't. Yeah, I wouldn't know, but they're white, probably, right?
Yeah, they're white. Yeah, they're white. Back in the day, it was white boots is babies, black boots are heels. It's not that way so much now. But okay, so here we are. We've got the promo, and so one thing you didn't realize is as we go out. So when you're the main event or the end of the TV taping for that week, your time is determined a lot by what the other guys have done. So we've gone over quite a bit. So I walk out, and we were originally, I believe we had 4 minutes for this promo. As soon as me and Nikki walk out, the crowd goes crazy. We go and work with the crowd. As soon as we get back to Dustin, the cameraman's going, all right, we got to go. So it was one of those where I had to cut a lot of what we were planning on talking. Yeah. I was planning on actually, saying a lot more stuff to it, but I had to feed him a line to let him know, hey, we got to skip a lot of this stuff and go straight to, hey, we got to get to the ring kind of thing.
Good stuff right here. I love it. And we mentioned this on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. I don't think all of us really realize how big Tim is. He's 6'2" or 6'1"? He's a big boy. No,
I think he's closer to like 6'3" or 4.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Like he's a big boy. Yeah. Yeah, he is a big boy. Like he is. I've said it a bunch of times. Like, to me, honestly, Tim Bosby reminds me of Kurt Angle. The fact, not just the amateur. Okay, so here we go. We're wanting to fast start it. I already know. Yeah. I already know. Referee has already told me we are short on time. We've got to go quick. So right off the bat, I'll go for my finish. So what I'm doing is I go to grab the choke to establish that finish. That hey, we're going to.
I want to mention the selling job here. Now you wouldn't do that as a face, but you do that as a heel. Right. It's awesome. It's so awesome. It's Eddie Gilbert or Ricky Steamboat is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. That's cock strong right there. He is so strong. Just toss
that's
me.
Something I wanted to mention upcoming I don't think everyone understands that term. That's a Southern term. Cock strong.
Yes, it's all one word, so no reason to bleep it out or anything. It's one word. Yeah, yeah, it's all one word. Or old man strength. A lot of people say I have old man strength.
Oh, I've heard the R word also strength before, but we always said cockstrong. I love the outside. He knew what she was gonna do, so selling.
Yeah, we established that spot that I've been doing, the climbing knee or the staircase knee, I call it, and so the idea was let's go for it. And everything that I'm doing, he is outsmarting me. He's faster. He's stronger. He's younger. That's the whole point right now is everything I do, I'm going for offensive maneuvers, but he's reversing everything. And then here we go. where he comes in and I'm letting Nikki. Nikki already knows that once he goes for the finish, which is his ripcord lariat. And if you notice, as soon as I duck, I grab the referee and turn so that and then hidden blade.
We need a new name for that, by the way.
Yeah, we need to call that a different name. Yeah, but the referee's putting his hands on his head. That was a shoot. He thought I took his head off. But and going for the choke out. And if you notice when Bosby's arm, it was my idea for him to put his arm under my leg to keep me from wrapping around him at the beginning. And then of course he brings it up. And our idea too.
I love the way he gets up, and it shows you that at the size right there that this finishing move submission can be used on anybody. You can beat any. Was this only his second loss? Because he got Tim Grimes beat him, didn't he? But I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. And then that was his
second. He beat him in a non-title, yeah. This was his third loss because he had lost earlier, I believe maybe his first or second match.
Okay.
But he hasn't lost many, yeah. Okay, so, and of course, we've already passed it, but I wanted to mention that. So our idea was I would turn and put him in a place where his face was in between me and the camera because we wanted to catch his mouthpiece falling out. That would be the cue for the referee.
Yep.
So, that was the cue for the referee. Well, he would come up, raise me all the way up, and then as we were going, and of course, at the beginning, I had him do the shoot stop where I couldn't wrap my legs around him. But then when he raises me up, as in earlier in the match where he raised me up, took me to the corner, the difference is the first time to this time is I wrapped my legs around this time. So now I had him, brought him down, and the whole point was no tap out, no show of pass out. I wanted the mouthpiece to be the finish. The mouthpiece falling out, that would be the signal that he is out. And, of course, that means this right here is now the Internet Championship now belongs to the Lane Dynasty. But, that was my idea. I wanted to show him the only offense I wanted was that
again right here. So we get the hold. You hit him with the hidden blade. And I want to say something about that move too. Hold on just a second. When you show this, and we'll see that mouthpiece spitting out.
Yeah, on the mouthpiece spitting out. So the whole point was, and of course, we changed right as we were going out there because the camera on the what you're looking at now would be the left side of the screen. The camera on the floor had went out, like we had issues with the cord. Right. Our idea, so we switched everything up. It was originally going to be on the other side, and the camera right in front of the camera where the mouthpiece falls out. So we had to change on the fly because we knew the camera was out, so we couldn't go to that camera. So I come up and I hook, and I make sure that I'm on the side where I'm behind him. You got Tim and the camera. It's the whole point of it is getting that shot. So we wanted the camera, you had Tim, and then me holding on. And of course, I turned just a little bit so you could see more of his face. And of course, they ended up using the hard cam shot, which is still a good shot, but it got in there, and we wanted to see the mouthpiece fall out. We wanted that to be the key, not an arm falling or anything like that. That was what we were aiming for. So we ended up having to change it because the camera on the side of the ring was out. So we had to end up switching to where we can still get the shot.
Very smart ending. I'm looking forward to seeing what you end up doing, as the weeks progress. So we don't want to talk about those. But is it already fun being a heel?
It is. It's great. It's already great because, one, I get to work with Nikki, and Nikki in front of a TV camera and on a TV screen is money. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. That woman is money, period. No matter heel, babyface, or whatever it is. So getting to work with her, and then I enjoy, I always am the type of guy that I want to make other guys look good. And I feel like as a heel, I can do a better job of that. Because, as you were talking about the selling, I wasn't selling like that as a babyface. I can sell like that as a heel. I can oversell it because now there was the Bill Street show. I literally called it in while we were in the ring. I had Draco. He drop kicked me. I fall to the floor, to the ground because there was a kid in the front row, and he already he was already like mouthing me and everything else. I rolled over to right in front of the kid on the ground, and I'm selling. And the kid and his dad or uncle, whoever's there with him, was there telling him, like, get down there, let me take a picture, of you. And so the kid is nervous, and he takes his fist and he almost tries to get it closer to my face like he was hitting me or something. And I'm sitting there selling, and I'm overselling and making it funny and everything. Back in my head, I'm thinking, man, this ground is hot. I wish you would hurry up and take this picture. But it wasn't planned or anything like that. It's just the little things that you can do and have fun and tell a story. I feel like I can tell more stories as a villain or a heel or a bad guy than I can as a babyface. So I'm loving it.
It should be fun. It should be fun with and this is your first title with Memphis Wrestling, so that's kind of fun. Being your first championship, and then I like the idea of Nikki being a heel. She was always a great heel, but I want to tell that story though. She was a heel, a baby face one night. No, she was actually a heel. We're in Batesville. She's a heel. And Brandon Baxter has Booger out there. I know I've told this story before, but we're going to tell it for this episode. And so it has Booger out there, and I'm supposed to go out and get the crowd to cheer. So ever who cheers is the best dressed. I think Booger had a dress on. If I remember. Who was dressed?
This was Battle of the Sexes night. Yeah,
Battle of the Sexes night. And so I put my hand over Booger, and the whole place starts booing. Well, the end result was supposed to be Booger winning. He was supposed to win. I put my hand over Nikki, who was a heel, gets all these cheers. And I whispered to Nikki, oh, shit, like that. And there was one woman right in the front row. I called all this on fly. There was one woman in the front row that was, yay. Every time I'd say Booger's name, she was going crazy. And so I said, it seems like we have a tie. And I'm going to let this woman decide who wins. And I pointed at that woman, and thank God she said, Booger. So, yeah, that was one of those things. I walked in the back, and Brandon gives me a big hug. He said, man, you saved that. And I said, man, I didn't know what I was going to do. When I put my hand over Nikki's head, I was expecting boo. But, man, no, they were cheering. They love her in Batesville. So, all right, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you for joining us on Patreon. And you get a video every month. You get a T-shirt after 6 months and an 8x10 autograph photograph of Austin Lane. And it may be Austin and Nikki. Who knows? That's what you get for the best of the best tour. Joining us we try to put at least the best of best out every month. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it.